Hi friends, this is the second part of the video tutorials I'm making for you so that you can create 3D games for you and for your friends as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do in here that at the first time when you will start this software, if you're downloading a later version like I have this version with me, it will be having some default game with it. But if it isn't having any game, you will directly go to this thing in here, and this project wizard is to create a new project for you. Okay, so whenever you start making a game, you will go ahead in file menu and you will create new project in here. Once you will click this new project, you will be asked to make a folder for your project. So let's call our folder, let's call it give it some game like fan game. Let's say it's a fan game. Okay, and don't worry about these things down here. Okay, we'll see them later on. Let's go ahead and create a game for us. Once you will click that very create button, it will start opening a new project for you, and you can create you can start creating a game for you. So let's wait for it, and so that it it will show us the necessary things which can be um, used to start writing or start creating our game. Okay, so this is the first thing you will see in here. It has a welcome message for you, a welcome to Unity. You can watch some of their video tutorials, Unity basics and all that stuff. Okay, let's close that window and I'll talk about these windows in here. So the first thing I want to tell you that you will see this default layout with you. Okay, you will have inspector window in here, scene window and game window. These two windows are tabbed here, and the hierarchy window in here, which will be having main camera, and project window in here, and console window in here. Okay, you can change this layout with by 2 by 3, so it will look like this: the scene window up here, the game window in here, and all those stuff in here. And by the way, I like a default window, and you can click and drag these windows around here like that. You can drag any window here and place it anywhere in here. Okay, so let me talk about these things up here. So what these things do in here, the first thing is this hand sign, and what this hand sign does, it will pan around your scene. So by the way, let me first tell you about the scene window in here. Whatever you will be creating, whatever you will be maybe you will be creating cars and roads, and whatever the game you will be creating, you will be creating it inside this scene window. Okay, and when you will play that game, it will be played inside this game window in here. So you will be creating that game inside the scene window, and you will be playing that game inside this game window in here. Okay, sorry. So this the first hand sign does the pan for you. You can pan it, you can move it like that anywhere you want it to move. And the second thing is, the first thing is you can move the whole scene, the whole objects and whatever you have. You can paint that, you can move it anywhere you want it like that. And the second thing is this cross sign. What it does, it actually moves one selected object. Okay, so if you want to move your car only, you will click that car, and you will find this icon. And once you will click that icon and you will select that car, you can move that car anywhere you want in the scene. Okay, and the next thing here, this thing is used to rotate that object, whatever the object you have selected in your scene window in here. And this thing is to change the scale of your object. For example, if you have modeled a car in here and you want that car to be a bigger, you want that car to be scaled up or scaled higher, you can use this thing in here to scale it up or down, make it bigger or smaller. Okay, we'll be doing all these things in next video, but let me go ahead and talk about these windows in here. So the hierarchy window will contain all the objects which you will create for your game. Okay, so it will contain all the objects which you will be creating for your game. Okay, and this project window will contain all the assets for your game, like you have models, like car models, fan models, helicopter models, and all that stuff will be placed inside here. Okay, so this game window you already know. When you will click this play button, you will play the game inside in here. And when you will click this maximize on play, so whenever you will click this button in here, it will maximize that very game window, so that you can play in a maximized window. Okay, so this inspector window tells the properties of your object. So let me go ahead and create an object for you, so that you know what I am talking about. So to create an object, you go ahead and click this button which says game object, and you go ahead and click this button in here, create other, and you can choose various objects which are here, which are predefined in here, like this cube, the sphere, capsule, cylinder, plane, quad, and all the other things in here. You can add lights to your scene, and you can add camera and GUI text and 3D text and all the cool stuff in here. So for simplicity, let's go ahead and create a cube. Once you will create an object for your scene, for your game, it will appear inside your scene window in here. And as we have selected this button in here, it shows this gizmo, and you can scale it up like that. Okay, and you can scale it like that. And okay, so I want you to notice this thing as well. These are actually the three the axis, the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. As we are working in a 3D scene in here, so it shows us the x, y, and z three-dimensional axis. Okay, three-dimensional space, so there will be three axes in here. So this red means x-axis. So if we will be scaling our object in this way, we are actually scaling it towards our x-axis. and if we want to scale it in the y-axis, we'll use this one. Okay, so if we will select this one, we can pan all our scene, and if we will choose this one and select our object, we can move our object inside our 3D space. Okay, and this thing will rotate this object for us. Okay, so also I want you to notice that whenever that object, when I created it, it is also shown inside here in the hierarchy window. Okay, we can rename our object, we can call it anything we want. Let's call it block. Okay, and enter. So we have created an object in here and called it block. The next thing I want you to notice in here, that whenever we select any object, we can select it by using this hierarchy window. We can select it, and also we can select it by clicking it in our scene window. And whenever we will click that very object, the inspector window here will show us some of its properties. So the transform property, the first property here, it shows its position in the 3D space. So we can change its position to 0, 0, 0. So now our object is positioned at its origin. Okay, and also we can change its rotation like that, and also its scale. Okay, so we can do these things in here, and also we can use these things to do these particular operations on this particular object. Okay, and there are some other properties in here which we will be discussing later on. So now that you know how to create an object with this Unity 3D software, now in the next video we will be talking something more about it. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time.